Hi, I'm Roland Woodmeckler. Today I want to show you a neat little tool. It's just a stripe stencil that you can use with your airbrush to spray your cake tops. It's just a plastic stencil and it works great for making certain effects. I'll show you how that works. First I'm going to lay down a piece of drawing paper. Now this I'm using in lieu of a cake. Now this would be your cake top, and incidentally this would work great on virtually any kind of cake top, whether it's buttercream, fondant, modeling chocolate, whatever. The only thing that you might have trouble with is whipping cream, because it's going to stick to that. But almost anything else is going to work great. If you're using buttercream, let it set up and develop a slight crust before you set this on top. Then with our airbrush, we're just going to spray straight down at the openings that are left when you place the stencil on your cake top. You don't really need to spray everything, just spray the openings, because that's where you want the color to be anyway. Try to make it even if that's the look you're going for. And at this point, it's like that. It makes a really nice candy stripe cake top, but we don't have to leave it there. We can take the stencil and then just put it across the other direction. Now you can go straight across or zigzag a little, whatever you want. Crisscross rather than zigzag. And again, spray down, spray straight right into the openings. I'm going a little bit lighter this time with the airbrush so that we can see both of the stripes and get the definition. So then you have something like that. And there's your cake top. And it makes a real nice effect. We could also use two colors rather than just one. Maybe I'll put a stripe on with the pink. And then we'll come back and you could use lavender or blue or anything like that. Anything that would be a good color combination for your Now I'm gonna, rather than just turn it sideways like I did before, or opposite, I'm just gonna let this overlap about halfway over the first stripe we did, and then I'm gonna use blue, and what that's gonna do is hopefully make a violet where it overlaps the pink, and then blue where it hits the white. And then we'll see what we have here. Something like that gives you a three-tone. Another possibility would be maybe a gingham effect, where I'll just go over with the blue to start with. Now I've turned the stencil so it's going the opposite way, and I'll go ahead and hit it with a light spray of the pink food color. And then we'll see what we have here. We get a nice gingham effect. Might be a great effect for a baby shower cake or something, if you're putting some flowers or a baby or something on a cake like that. Another great effect can be achieved by using a mask. This is cut out of clear plastic here, or mylar, and when I make these little stencils, I put a little handle of tape on there so it's easy to position and pick them up. It's especially important when you're working on your cake with the softer icing, so you don't have to try to dig underneath. So I'm going to try and center that, and then I'll set the stencil on top of this and spray this. Now I don't need to spray where the mask is, because I know that color's not going to go through there anyway, so no sense in getting it any messier than it needs to be. So something like that. And at this point, we'll take this off. It's like so, which just makes a real nice background for flowers or any situation you might want to do. I'm going to add a little more to it here. I'm going to reposition this and then come back with a different color. Okay, this time I've positioned the stencil kind of a crosswise, so, and we'll just add some color. Maybe add a little heavier to one side of the stripe and not so much to the other. And I can just leave it like that or go back this direction also. Again, kind of hitting just one side rather than everything. By one side I mean just off to the heavier on this one side, leaving part of it, the other side, a little lighter. And it just adds an effect that might be more interesting perhaps, in some situations anyway. So let's see what we have here. Take this off. And then we have this very interesting background. Kind of looks like a colored Easter egg. Pretty fancy there. But anyway, that's the way you would use this stencil. It's a great tool for airbrushing, for adding highlights to your cakes and enhancing them in ways that you really can't do without the stencil and the airbrush.